It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Penix gonna throw again. Taking off. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jayden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on second, and it gets even worse. If they can't protect the quarterback and they can't get him some easy completions, it just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. That's a gain of 18 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man, it's McClure. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down.
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel brings this in along the sideline.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll lead to a second and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Third and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Ray McLeod on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go play action now with Penix. Now he'll run. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On play action, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing again, it's Penix. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he will take this one in. 93 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are on top. It's now 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Penix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. He's got his man downfield. It's Deebo. And he will score. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will get out in front 17-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons' offense about ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Daniels. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing again, Daniels. You look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Third and goal. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Harry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders up their lead. It's now 24-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll get this to McLeod. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Penix. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He was slicing and dicing this defense and wound up with 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Austin Eckler now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. Jordan McGee there on the stop. Second down and 8. From the gun, here is Penix. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll motion over Samuel. They run over center with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing is Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. On the zone read, here's Daniels. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They'll motion over Samuel. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. McLeod now to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, Penix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Second and 7. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Off he goes. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
On second down, here's Penix. This one caught at the 4. He is in. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Koo for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They run Eckler, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Now Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and fourth down's coming up. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in, and he's going to have a Commanders first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14. Here's Eckler. And he's going to be taken down. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.